If you are planning to prepare for OET writing subtest by your own, then you are at the right place. I am Kirti from Kirti Institute and today I am presenting basics of OET writing subtest. So, are you ready? Yes. In OET writing subtest, you will be given a case notes followed by the writing task, based on which you will need to write a formal letter. The types of letters are referral, transfer and discharge. Most commonly asked type of letter is referral. However, sometimes you may also need to write a letter of transfer or discharge. The information or advice letter is occasionally asked to the pharmacist, veterinary scientists, speech therapists, or occupational therapists. So if you are one of them, you will also need to practice the fourth type of letter, and that is information or advice letter. Now, during your medical studies, you must have done case studies, during which time you might have received patient's personal history, past medical surgical history. You will listen patients presenting complaints, based on which you will either write a treatment, or if you are a nurse, you will write a nursing care plan and you will be providing care accordingly. And when patient is ready to get discharged, you will write a discharge summary or discharge plan. Similar kind of case notes will be given to you and it will be into the note forms, and you will need to expand it into the sentences, into your letter. When you know that each and every patient is unique, accordingly your each and every case note is also unique. So you will need to practice various types of case notes and how to organize, plan, everything you will need to practice. So to develop your understanding, I have decided to make you aware about the hospital admission process into the Western countries. From this point itself, you will start developing your understanding of OET writing subtest, and for that, I have something here for you. If you are getting sick at home, when your patient is getting sick at home, he will first go to the public health center or community health center. Here, your patient will be either treated by general practitioner or community health nurse. Then, patient will be treated and will sent back to home. But if patient's condition is getting worse, or if you think that the patient cannot be treated at primary level, then you will be referring the patient to the specialist who will be working into the hospital. And here he will receive advanced care or specific treatment. Then based on the patient's requirement, he may need to be transferred to the physiotherapist, occupational therapists, home care nurse, community health nurse, depending on the patient's requirements or condition. But if your patient is getting all right, he will be sent back to the home and he will be under the supervision of home care nurse, community health nurse, or even general practitioner. So this is really something needed to understand, because when you read your first sentence of OET writing task, for example, if you are a doctor and appearing for the OET writing test and you read your first sentence, that is based on the given information, write a letter to the endocrinologist. So now you know that the endocrinologist is a specialist, so he must be working into the hospital. So you must be a GP referring the patient to the hospital. That means patient might require some specific or advanced care. So if you are a doctor working into the hospital, you need to think that the patient must be getting discharged and you might be writing to the GP or to the nurse based on the patient's requirement. So I want you to start thinking about your task when you start reading from the first sentence of writing task, because you are going to start your letter reading from writing task. You will skip the case notes and will start reading from the writing task, and you will identify three things, that is, to whom you are writing a letter, what is the purpose behind that, and what type of letter you are going to write. So once you start reading, I want to start developing your thinking about the type of patient that you are going to receive. I hope this information is really helpful to you to develop your thinking about your patient in OET writing subtest. If you want me to make next video on time management, please write it down into the comments. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so that you will be the first to know when I upload something new. Till then, bye.